Hey guys, in this in brief, I want to talk a little bit about the term dirty boxing, because I've heard a lot of people ask about what it is. The thing is that there is no simple answer. So, from the world of boxing, I'm not sure that dirty boxing was originally used as a noun, like in a thing to do. There were dirty fighters, and there were definitely things that were dirty or illegal. You know, like sneaking in headbutts, sneaking in kidney punches. There was lacing. You know, you run your laces over a guy's face. So that's from the world of boxing. Following that, the next place I learned it was from mixed martial arts. It showed up there to refer to a combination of wrestling clinch work and punches. This was mostly made famous by Randy Couture. His boxing background before mixed martial arts was a little bit overblown. You can find that out in his autobiography, where he was like, I hit pads for a couple of weeks for a boxing match that never came up, you know, in the army. But he would control his opponents primarily with a collar tie around the back of their head, with his forearm braced against their neck, and throw uppercuts and hooks, and then switch sides and go back and forth, occasionally mixing in things like underhooks and overhooks, you know, as well as, you know, lower body work like knee bumps and foot sweeps. So in a mixed martial arts context, dirty boxing is primarily about using wrestling tie-ups to control the opponent while you add in mostly upper body strikes. Now, to further add to things, it's sometimes used to refer to Filipino empty handwork, which is often called panantukan or santukan. I think pangamat might also be used. The thing is, the first place I encountered the term dirty boxing referring to Filipino empty handwork, there was a gentleman who had a video called the Dirty Boxing Crash Course. Can't think of his name right now. I'll go ahead and put it up there in the notes. And that was the first time I'd heard panantukan or anything related to that referred to as dirty boxing, because that style of Filipino empty handwork uses sort of a boxing foundation and then builds off of that with things like, you know, eye gouging as you're controlling the head and throwing in, you know, punches, but you're also using things like elbows, headbutts, low kicks, knees. You know, there's a lot of, you know, using like the hammer fist or the back fist, you know, and also attacking the limbs. So, you know, it's a boxing base with all this other stuff added on top of it. I can understand why someone would refer to it as dirty boxing, because it includes things like, you know, strikes to the groin and head, you know, things that would be illegal in boxing itself, and it has that boxing base. But at the same time, I do think this is sort of a recent development, like in the past dozen years or so, because every time before that, I just heard it referred to as panantukan or santukan or, you know, something along those lines, you know, empty hand kali or something. So when someone asks you, what does dirty boxing mean? We got three definitions. It is someone in a boxing context that is doing dirty things, things that are against the rules. Or in a mixed martial arts context, it's using wrestling tie-ups to position an opponent for upper body strikes. Or if you're talking about Filipino martial arts, it can be used as a synonym for the empty hand Filipino striking systems like panantukan and santukan.